And I said, come over, come on over yourself.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Town of Portland podcast. I'm your host, Dave Kuzminski, and with me in the studio is our first selectman, Mr. Ryan Curley. On this fall, you think fall is in the air, Ryan?
It certainly feels that way, Dave, doesn't it?
God, I had to put a sweater on walking the track this morning.
I know. I had a sweater on this morning myself. It's getting a little chilly in the morning.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, the leaves are going to start changing and so forth. So I get a friend of mine up in has a place up in Vermont. He says the foliage is in full color there, but it's starting to creep down now. So we'll see what happens. So anyway.
Yeah, well, we had some nice weather for the fair last weekend, didn't we?
We did. It was absolutely awesome. The new grounds, I think, were fantastic. Everybody, nothing but good things to say about it. We had great crowds all 3 days, so forth. So what did you think?
I thought it was great. I thought that, like you said, the new grounds are fantastic. The Fair Commission did such a fabulous job putting this together. Big thanks to Chris Cody and the Portland Fish and Game Club as well. It was the all hands on deck type event for this, and I think it couldn't have been more successful. And it was great to see yourself back at the entertainment booth as well.
Yeah, well, I've been entertainment chairman at the fair, for Christ's sake, since it's 20 years now. I don't know, since it's come back and so forth. So
great turnout as well.
Yes, it was. We had some good entertainment. A lot of people showed up and had some. The food was great. I blew my diet, but that's okay.
It happens to the best of us, right?
For sure. So anyway, what's happening, Ryan?
Well, we got a lot, as always, going on, especially this time of year.
Sure.
So I'll touch on the two biggest items are the two bonding related questions.
Right.
So election day is coming up. It's in less than a month.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks away. 3 weeks? 24 days, I think it is.
There you go. Yeah, so it's coming up. And that'll be on November 5th.
Yep.
And absentee ballots are already available in the town clerk's office.
Okay.
And this is the first presidential year where we'll have early voting, taking place, and that'll be taking place at Town Hall. Mm-hmm. And so there's plenty of ways to vote, make your voice heard.
Okay.
And I just want to point out that with those two referendum questions, one is a $68 million bonding referendum that would consolidate 3 of our elementary schools into one elementary school.
Yep.
And then the second referendum question is a $6 million bonding question for our water independence project as well. And so there are FAQ helpful guides that have been posted to the town website.
Yep.
And there's links there to all of the information that you need, I think, to educate yourself as far as both of the projects and to make a decision. Everything that the town puts out has to be completely neutral. And so I think those are two excellent sources to get information from. So I just want to put a plug. You can go to portlandct.org. And on the main banner, there's helpful information on both of those questions.
Yeah, just click on those and they'll open up those documents for sure.
Absolutely.
Great.
And so speaking of our water project, we are moving ahead. You may recall that at a special town meeting back in August, the town approved the drilling of a full production well at the location that we found on town property, which is just north of our Portland Recreational Complex. Mm-hmm. And so that drilling is set to begin later this month. Okay. And we are told that October 21st, I believe, is when the monitoring wells will be drilled. And so there's going to be 9 in total that need to be drilled, as well as the production well. So that's coming really, really soon. And then we'll be doing the pump testing once those are in place. And it's exciting to see this stage of the project move forward.
Sure. Now, is that $6.5 million, is that enough to build a pump house too, or is that a separate?
The pump house would be what is on the ballot on the referendum. So the referendum entails the pump house and then the connection
to the system.
Great. What has been funded is the production well, the test well monitoring wells, and then the permitting as
Okay,
well. So
gotcha.
that's all part of what was approved in August. And now we're coming to the voters and asking for the additional funds that would complete the project.
Nice. Okay, let's get it done.
Let's get it done. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the other thing I want to talk about is we have some new news in our police department. We've hired 2 new officers, and I'm really thrilled because that officially gets us back up to full capacity right
Okay.
now. We have now 12 officers. Officer Donald Scranton was sworn in back at the end of August.
Okay.
And Officer Michael Parati was sworn in just this past week. And
Great.
And so Michael Parati, he will be going. He's actually in
The
academy currently right now, and so it's a 6-month program. So after he graduates, he has to do a little more training here before he's a full-fledged officer. But it's great to see, and we're happy. We got hit hard, as you know, with retirement.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
I don't know who retires from the town of Portland. Do you know anyone, Dave?
I don't know. There are a few people I think that.
It only takes 50 years sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
So that's great to see, and so I wanted to make sure residents know to keep a lookout for new officers on the road.
Sure.
And one of the things that we've been working on is and we've spoken about this, is the remediation property on our brownfield, Brownstone Avenue, which was a brownfield site.
Yep.
And we had a $1.1 million grant from DECD to remediate the properties. And that work has been completed. And with that, we have a $500,000 award to a developer for that property. So we have an RFP out right now.
Okay.
In search of a developer.
Okay.
And so talking about it, hoping to spread the word. I've been sending that out to different companies that may be interested,
Sure.
but we really want to get that developed. It's adjacent to the Nordic Spa, which is coming to town, and I'm told that they're breaking ground within the next 30 days.
Okay.
So that's really exciting. The plans have all been approved at Town Hall, and we're excited to see that coming too.
Well, it's definitely going to make Portland a destination for sure. With that in accompanying the quarries, in the summertime and now with Brainerd Place, moving ahead and so forth, I think that's going to definitely improve our economic development in town.
Absolutely. And so speaking of Brainerd Place, you're going to be seeing the Starbucks building upfitted very soon.
Yes.
And they want to open that for January of 2025. So you'll be able to get your coffee over at Starbucks.
My mocha latte.
There you go. You don't have to cross the bridge anymore.
No, for sure. Nice.
So we're excited about that. And some exciting news with our, you may recall our engine 3. Yep. Our fire engine 3 suffered a catastrophic failure at the end of 2023.
Yeah.
And so the Board of Selectmen authorized the purchase of a new engine, and that engine was delivered, and it's now in service. So we're very pleased to get that up and running. And I also want to thank, again, the town of East Hampton for loaning us a spare engine while ours was being built, and our old one was out of service.
Nice.
So there's going to be a little get together between both of the fire departments next week, and so I think that's great, and we're just thankful to have such nice neighbors.
Yes, absolutely, and everything now up on the hill is all going to be red now instead of yellow.
So another project that we've been working on is the Job's Pond project. I've spoken a lot about that. We're wrapping that up now, so that has been a tremendous success. The water level is back down to where we want it to be, and the pump is going to be turned off tomorrow.
Nice.
And I know the residents that live around the pond are very happy to see that project come to completion. I know that Camp Ingersoll, the YMCA camp, is excited as well. And just in time for all of the fall foliage, we'll have the airline trail open again as early as Monday of next week. So that'll be good for the residents to be able to get outside, and I want to thank everyone for their patience. The residents on Breezy Corner, who've had a road closure now for since Labor Day weekend. And so we're going to get that open next week as well. And so it's really back to normal, back to usual for all of the residents that had been impacted by that flooding situation. And I did have a call with NRCS today. That's the federal agency that's been assisting us. And NRCS is working on that permanent solution for what that would entail for the pond. And so we're going to be working closely with them. Just because we have this temporary fix that's completed, we would like to make sure that this doesn't happen again. It happened 40 years ago, and it's probably going to happen again. It's just a matter of when. And so it would be nice to have a permanent solution to avoid that situation. It was a lot of work for myself, our public works director, and the board of selectmen. And so we're going to try to alleviate that for future generations.
Yes, that would be good. That would be good.
And so, I want to point out that there is a pancake breakfast this week at Fire Company number 1.
Yeah, they're back on the schedule again.
Back 7 to 11. And so I hope to see you there.
Yeah.
We have our Halloween on Main that is coming up on October 25th.
Alrighty.
And that's always a fun event. That's one of the best turnouts of the year. That's from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Yep.
So we have a lot of great events coming up.
Yes. Halloween on Main is always a big event. My God.
Absolutely.
I'm all stocked up on candy. Last year we had well over 1,000 kids.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and we've had in many years past had to go to Walgreens right across the street to purchase more. Because you think you have enough and you just never do sometimes.
No, I know. It's just and it's a great event. It's a family event. The families come out. It's good to see. Even the parents dress up, and I know I take pictures all the time, and it's amazing to see all of the costumes and the parents getting into it as well.
Absolutely. So, I think that's pretty much it today. We had all our road work completed for the season. We got a lot done this year with paving, chip sealing, and the only thing left that I know of is the line painting for High Street.
Yep.
And Williams is done, and Freestone, I think.
Yes.
So
High Street is absolutely beautiful now. It is. No more rumble strips.
No more rumble strips. Absolutely. So I think that's my October update, Dave.
Okay.
And so there'll be more to come. We'll have to see how the election shakes out.
Yes, that's going to be interesting, and it's I hope we can get through not only the bonding issues, but we're going to have a new president one way or another here.
One way or another, it seems. Yeah, that's what's going on. So I'll see you at the polls then, Dave. Huh?
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll take advantage of that early voting. I don't know. I'll have to go in and see Michael, see what.
There you go.
Whatever. So anyway, awesome. Well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it coming in. We were gonna do Charles today, and Charles opted to hold off until after the election because depending on how the vote went as far as that goes. So we'll get his information out there as far as the consolidation and whatever the way the vote for that goes as far as that goes. But it's great to see that the water project is moving. Brainerd Place is moving. Starbucks is moving. Yes. So anyway, appreciate you coming in. And until next time, okay, from all of us here at the Connecticut Valley School of Music podcast studio, I'm your host, Dave Kuzminski, with our first selectman, Mr. Ryan Curley. So, Ryan, we will see you next time. Thank you so much for coming down.